you guys ready for the next segment of the show? This next segment is my favorite segment. My co-producer, Greg Matthews, gives what I like to call a guest lecture. Everyone give it up for Dr. Greg Matthews, everybody.
Professor, I got that hot shit. Permanent job shit. It's tenure. Yes, sir. ASOC, professor. Associate professor.
Yeah, just let it run. Just let it run. So good with the audience. Did I write a rap song about getting tenure? Yeah, I did. There's nothing you can do about it. They can't fire me. I got that hot shit, permanent job shit. You still going with this evening? All right. I got no problem. I'm my biggest fan. It's Fat Greggy. Check him out on Spotify. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. So, what a fucking intro that is, huh? All right, so, that was fucking awesome. That was the best moment of my life, playing my rap song as I came out. All right, so who am I? My name is Greg Matthews. I have a PhD. You can call me Dr. Gregory Matthews. I didn't sit through Joe Glass's design of experiments to be called Mr. Matthews. So what I like to do, my PhD is in statistics, and what I like to do is I like to take the theme of the show, and I like to do a statistical analysis. And the theme of the show tonight is nutrition, so I'm going to do an analysis of nutritional values of some foods. But first, I want to apologize for missing last month. A lot of you came here last month. This is your dream show. Maybe it was your first time, and I wasn't here. And I'm a big part of the show, and I apologize. But look how sick I was. I was sleeping 14 hours a day, 12 hours a day. The show was on that Thursday with 9.5 hours. I was just out cold. And so I understand. I want to apologize. I understand. I know how you feel to go to a show and be disappointed because I once had tickets to an Insane Clown Posse show, and Violent J was sick and he couldn't make it. So I know how you feel, and I want to say I'm sorry. I think Dia's who's the other guy? Shaggy? Got any juggalos in the house? Clap if you're a juggalo. Yeah. The Venn diagram of juggalos and scientists is just a circle, right? Okay. So anyway, nutrition science is all about helping people eat healthy. Well, I wrote this, didn't know the guy was going to talk about ice cream, but in general, there's a lot of nutrition science about helping people eat healthy, and there's advice like this. Eat a balanced diet, limit saturated fats, drink plenty of water, things like that. Less studied in the literature, and where I like to do my research, and scientific areas that are less studied. How can I help people eat unhealthy? And that's where I come in, okay? So don't worry, I got this. Oh, look, my Pinterest. I can't take a screenshot without Pinterest showing up. So 2 questions you probably have about this are, why would anyone want to study how to help people eat unhealthy? And I would answer like this, as I'm in a math department, and I would say in mathematics, people often study theoretical concepts with no known application. I'm just doing this for knowledge's sakes. We'll figure it out later. And an example of that is number theory. Once considered purely abstract, is the foundation for modern cryptography. So I'm hoping that my theoretical work in eating unhealthy can someday have an application found down the road. I don't know what it'll be, but that's not my job. It's your job as scientists of the next generation to figure it out. But if you do need application examples, why would you need to eat unhealthy? What if you need to rapidly gain an unhealthy amount of weight? What if you own a huge amount of Oreo stock? Or you don't want to look soft in front of your bros eating a salad? You know what I mean? I don't want to look soft. I'm an alpha, okay? Like all of Trump's cabinets. So let's get into a data analysis of what I'm going to do here. Okay, so I got a fast food data set. I went to all of these different, I didn't go to all these different websites. I found on Kaggle data sets for all these different websites, all these different fast food restaurants. We got Carl's Jr., Subway, Little Caesars, and we got Beef O'Brady's down at the bottom, Good Food, Good Sports. You may know Beef O'Brady's from the Beef O'Brady's Bowl in St. Peters, Florida. Anyone? It's the 37th best college bowl game during football season. The Beef O'Brady's Bowl from St. Petersburg. Okay, so let's look at the data set here. In this data set, of all of these, we have 1,805 different items. Examples are things like the White Castle waffle breakfast slider with bacon, egg, jalapeno cheese. We have the Subway BMT. We have a Shake Shack, the Pumpkin Patch Shake. So there's a whole bunch. There's drinks in here. There's breakfast. There's lunch. There's dinner. There's a whole bunch of really gross stuff in here because it's all fast food. We have variables like calories, fat, sodium, sugars, cholesterol. There's other variables in there, but these are the ones that I'm going to focus on. And so let's go through. I'm going to start out by just going through which of these items have the most calories or the most sugars, and then we'll get to like a real data analysis that I did that's really fun at the end. So let's look at the item that in this data set had the most calories. Okay, so we have Little Caesars. So this is a Little Caesars deep dish specialty pizza ultimate supreme. We have the Beef O'Brady's traditional wings, the Beef O'Brady's St. Louis ribs full rack sweet baby rays, Beef O'Brady's OMG burger. And so before we get to one, I wanted to know, what is an OMG burger? What is a burger so delightful it's going to make me say OMG? Well, here we are. It's 2 Angus patties cooked to perfection, topped with 4 slices of smoked bacon, 4 slices of American cheese, served with lettuce and tomato. Clogging arteries. Somehow, there's another item in their Beef O'Brady's menu that is, oh wait, no, not here. Oh, I'm going backwards. This item is also on the menu and has fewer calories than the OMG burger. This is a burger topped with bacon, topped with cheese, topped with pulled pork, topped with macaroni and cheese. I genuinely don't understand food science to know how this has fewer calories than just 2 buns. I mean, that looks like all of the fat and all of the cholesterol. You know, anyone on Lipitor out there? Give it up for statins out there. Anyone? Really? No one's on statins? No? Okay, me neither then. All right, I have perfectly healthy cholesterol. My genetics are great. All right, so what is number 1? So what could possibly have more calories than the St. Louis ribs, the full rack of ribs, or an OMG burger? It's the Little Caesars deep dish specialty 3-meat treat. Now the 3-meat treat is it's like pepperoni, sausage, and hamburger, and that sounds fine, whatever. But I feel like when you call it the 3-meat treat, it makes me dry heave a little bit. 3-meat treat. I don't know if I want that. And that's what it looks like. No, it is disgusting. It's thousands of calories. So this is the Detroit-style 3-meat treat. And what you'll notice here is that I found this picture on the Little Caesars subreddit. And I was like, okay, time to go down the rabbit hole of the Little Caesars Reddit. And this is 5 months ago, and I'm like, surely this can't be a really active subreddit. I'm sitting in bed last night, and I'm like, let's go see what the most recent post is. And 37 minutes before I checked, someone posted about this. This is really legitimately last night. What do you think about this extra special 3-meat treat? And they posted this. This was 37 minutes before I looked. 7 minutes later, someone responded. They screwed up and gave you someone else's order. And then this other person was like, yeah, this is a store mess up. They labeled the wrong box. This is 20 minutes after it happens. There are people actively monitoring the Little Caesars subreddit. This is crazy. There's a whole subgenre of people who are huge Little Caesars fans. It's crazy. And by the way, you know what my favorite part about this is? Look at this guy. Slice of 3.14. Big ups. Big ups. Love that guy. Huge fan of him. I follow him on Reddit now. Here's why that's funny. 3.1. No, you guys get it. You guys get it. You guys understand. Okay. So I went and looked up the nutrition facts. This is on a website called Nutrition IX, Detroit-style deep dish specialty. This has all the nutrition facts. So there it is for you. Lots of percentages over 100. No, listen. My research is how to help you eat unhealthy, and I'm crushing it right now, okay? That's a lot of, that seems like a lot of sodium to me. I'm not an expert. But anyway, on this website, Nutrition IX, they also give you how long would it take to burn off. How long would it take to burn off 3,480 kilocalories? And so if you look at walking at 3 miles an hour, that's 937 minutes. That's about 15 and a half hours. How far could you walk in 15 and a half hours? If you started right here at the Lincoln Lodge, you would have to walk to the border of Wisconsin to walk off a Little Caesars deep dish 3-meat treat. There it is. We're at the Lincoln Lodge right now. Get walking if you had did anyone have a 3-meat treat for dinner tonight? How good would that be if someone had? All right. Okay. All right. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try it. All right, ready? If you feel like you need to yell something out when I'm done, and I point the microphone at you, just let it flow, whatever you feel like. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go again, girls. What's my weakness? No, I'm sorry. It's actually sodium. answer is sodium. By the way, that was actually the best moment of my life. That you guys know the next word to Shoop by Salt and Pepper. Oh my God, they're the greatest. They're the greatest rap duo of all time. Absolutely incredible. Who was the DJ? Spinderella. Thank you. I love you so much. I want to be your best friend. All right. The correct answer was sodium. So these are the ones these are the items that have the most sodium in them. We see number one is the full rack of ribs. We have an OMG burger, the OMG sliders, which are like smaller versions. We have the Lansing Air, the OMG burger without fries. So you can see exactly how much the fries add. They are counting the fries in the OMG burger. Because what are you gonna do? Go to Beef O'Brady's and not eat a pound of fries? All right. And by the way, so I didn't list the restaurants here, but these are all Beef O'Brady's. Beef O'Brady, yeah, give it up for Beef O'Brady's. Big fans? You guys big fans of Beef O'Brady's? Okay. And now what's interesting here, I have a fun. So this is the St. Louis ribs full rack of Sweet Baby Ray's. I wanted to see what it looked like. That is a lot of meat right there, and we got some fries and what appears to be a photoshopped beer. I don't know. This is on their website. I figured I'd add it in. Next slide is here. I wanted to look at a picture. This is the Lansing Air. This is ranked number 4. You have the chicken. You have the sliders that are beef, and you have the shrimp, which make up the C. A fun fact about this is at the Beef O'Brady's in Anchorage, Alaska, this appetizer is actually called Land Ice and Air, which is a fun little local fact for you. And in the sliders, they actually use polar bear meat. I'm kidding, of course. They use moose meat. Jesus Christ, it's Alaska. I love shitting on Alaska. Oh, there's like more moose in Alaska than people. Like, think about that. They have as many senators as we do. It's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, by the way, what's the recommended daily allowance of sodium? So the Sweet Baby Ray's full rack was 12,580 milligrams of sodium. What does the FDA say is the recommended daily allowance? 2,300. That is 6 days. See the math I did there in my head? That is 6 days of salt from just this rack of ribs and some fries. No. I'm helping you eat unhealthy. All right, let's look at the most fat. So these right here are all Little Caesars, 2 through 6. We got different versions of 3-meat treat. Oh, look, the 5-meat feast with Canadian bacon, stuffed crust pepperoni, like really, really kind of like gross stuff. But what is number one? These are all Little Caesars. What's number one? Your favorite, Beef O'Brady's full rack of ribs, baby. 203 grams of fat. I'm gonna keep doing that. All right. Oh, the full rack of ribs, Baby Ray's. All right, what about most sugar? Now, most sugar is all Dunkin' Donuts treats, okay? The butter pecan swirl frozen coffee with skim milk. The butter pecan frozen swirl with whole milk. You get the idea. You get some coffee, you add some sugar, you give it a flavor, and everyone loves it. They have all the sugar in the world. Now, this seems like a lot of sugar, and it is, but let's compare it to some donuts. So I found this online. 17 donuts equals this one coffee drink. Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin swirl frozen coffee with 32 ounces has 183 grams of sugar. That's equal to 17 donuts. Wow, a lot of discussion about that. You guys okay? Is it too much truth? Am I giving you too many truth bombs? This is a comedy show. All this data is made up. You think I checked where this data is coming from for accuracy? Good Lord. It's from Pinterest. I love Pinterest. But this was actually below someone made a good comment. I blacked it out here, but I want to show you. The comment is, this infographic doesn't work on me because my takeaway is always that 17 donuts isn't as bad as I thought. Yeah, give it up for Buffalo. That's a solid point. That's a solid point. Great point, Allie. She got the blue check mark. She's paying $8 a month. Elon. Now here's the question you're probably asking at this point. Greg, what if I'm trying to keep my summer beach bod, but I want to set world records for blood pressure? How can I eat healthy and still maintain the looks of you? You look like you're in pretty good shape. What would you suggest? And I would say, thank you for noticing. I've been doing crunches. And so this line of work, I like to think, you've heard of this before, this idea of healthy at any size. But what I want to help you do is be unhealthy at any size, okay? So I want to help you maintain your weight, but also eat as unhealthy as possible. And so what I did is I used the statistical analysis tools that I've spent years, decades accumulating to do something completely trivial for you tonight. And so what I've done is I've asked this question: what's the most unhealthy I can eat with a calorie limit of 2,000 calories? Okay? So So we're gonna set some rules, and we're gonna do an optimization problem. I use some simulated annealing for some stats people in the crowd. Yeah, I'll give it for simulated annealing. Okay, hold on. By the way, I have several students here who were in my class last semester, and I taught them simulated annealing. And this is a legit, I really did use simulated annealing. So the things you learned in class are useful? I don't know. Look at those guys. They're trying to get unhealthy, but they're in shape. Those guys are roughly what I look like without the shirt on. So here are the rules that I've set for myself. You must eat 5 items in my data set. Each item must be from a different restaurant. So you have to go to 5 different restaurants. You can't just eat 5 shakes from Shake Shack. I have a strict limit of 2,000 calories, and the goal is to maximize the daily units of sugar, sodium, fat, and cholesterol across these 5 items. So just real quick, what do I mean by these daily units? So here's what I've done. These are the recommended daily allowances for sugar, sodium, fat, and cholesterol. So here is an example of what I've done for how gross this item is. These are the sugar, sodium, fat, and cholesterol for an example, the fried shrimp basket from Beef O'Brady's. I take all these nutrition facts, I divide them by their daily totals, and I get these numbers, 0.44, 1.14, blah, blah, blah. So I add those daily units up, and I want to make that as large as possible. So I'm trying to make the sugar, the sodium, the fat, and the cholesterol the daily units as large as possible while maintaining a 2,000 calorie diet. I told you, this is really useful stuff. This is groundbreaking science. So I'm trying to maximize the sum of these daily units. Okay, that's the goal, of maximizing sum of daily units across sugar, sodium, fat, cholesterol across 5 items. Results, let me walk you through your day, all right? You want to start out with breakfast having a frozen coffee, whole milk, medium from Dunkin' Donuts. The medium is important. If you get a large, you're gonna go over your 2,000 calorie limit. It's gotta be a medium, okay? What you're really doing right now is with the breakfast, this coffee is, you're checking off your sugars box. You're really crushing the sugars with this. You're starting the day off good. You haven't really done much damage to the sodium, fat, or cholesterol, but don't worry, that's coming. All right? That's breakfast. Then you're gonna hit up lunch. You're gonna hit up White Castle. You're gonna go to veggie sliders with ranch. The veggie sliders, they keep the calories down, but ranch, basically, anytime you want to eat really unhealthy, just add some ranch to it. Ranch is appallingly bad for you, okay? This is where you're going to hit up your cholesterol, right? We're at 1.73 with the little bit of ranch on there, but the veggie is keeping the calories down, all right? Then for lunch, you're also going to go from there to Shake Shack, and you're going to get a salted caramel shake, and you're going to hit up both the sugars and the sodium. What's so great about the salted caramel shake is that you're hitting up your sugars and your salts. You're really getting two for one here. Yeah, give it up for Shake Shack. He's the only one doing the right thing and clapping for Shake Shack. 2 in 1, 2 in 1. All right, so now we're at lunch. You're probably going to get hungry. You're going to need a mid-afternoon snack. And so what the algorithm chose, the simulated annealing algorithm gave us, was the afternoon snack of mild banana peppers topping Little Caesars. So what the algorithm did here was, they said, we're gonna give up a whole bunch of calories. I'm not talking about a pizza with banana peppers on it. I'm talking about just the topping of banana peppers. You're gonna want to go into a Little Caesars, and you're gonna want to say, hey, I'm watching my diet. I need just the banana peppers in to-go thing, okay? This is Little Caesars. So it's 50 calories, so you're not using up much of your 2,000, but you're really nailing the sodium, all right? These simulated annealing really works. It's absolutely spectacular. And you see, you're not getting very much fat or cholesterol, but you're really saving your calories. It's all about budgeting. Okay, so now that's 4, right? So you really want to bring it home for dinner. What are we going to have for dinner? We're going to have the buffalo chicken bowl from Subway. This crushes us with sodium to bring the day home. And we get this as our final meal, and you've eaten 2,000 calories, and you feel like an absolute piece of garbage. So in summary, this is your meals. You have a frozen coffee for breakfast. You have the veggie sliders with ranch. The ranch is the important part. Salted caramel shake, mild banana peppers, topping only, and then you have a buffalo chicken bowl from Subway, and then you eat, and then you have your day. That's great. And then you go to bed because you can't possibly be healthy enough to stay awake. Here's your summary of it. It's 89 grams of fat, 905 milligrams of cholesterol, 6,000 milligrams. But the really important thing is this. You've eaten almost 4 days of sugar, 2.6 days of sodium, 3 days of cholesterol, and 1 day of fat. Bon appetit! What have we learned today? Women don't just eat at Beef O'Brady's. You can be unhealthy at any size. Donuts aren't that bad for you. I'm Greg Matthews. Thanks for coming to the show. I've got fans on Facebook.
Hey, number Dr. Gregory Matthews, everybody. Okay, we have one final comment to close us out for the night. Are we excited for one final stand-up comic? She's also one of my favorites in the city. She's incredible. Everyone start clapping up for Lindsay Porter, everybody.